Hello! Thank you so much for watching this video. This is the editing tutorial for the brand new RC presets, the Modern Minimals for 2024. I am so excited to share with you this brand new preset pack. This is what I am using now in my workflow. As of 2024, these are the presets I am using. And this is the pack here, and these are all based off the original RC presets. So the original set is a lot warmer, a lot more kind of boho. It's my old editing style, and I've kind of merged over the past year, just gradually working towards this new edit. And it has been a transitional period of me still trying to stay true to my original kind of like edit and vibe, but going down the more modern minimal look, hence the name. So I really hate the term timeless because nothing really is timeless. Everything is of the time, but trying to make the colors true to life. So in the future, they're not going to date as quickly and they are as true as possible to the original colors. So it's been a labor of love. It's been a lot of work. And thank you so much to everybody that's purchased them. You might have got an update recently where I've just updated them again. And that's the thing with the presets, like they are a lifetime download. Once you download them, if there are any updates, I do send these to you as well, because this is the actual presets I use in my workflow. And so I'm going to record this. I'm not stopping. There's no giving edits. It's going to be, if I'm kind of gasping for water, holding my breath, it's because I'm recording it as one whole screen recording. I'm not using Loom because I want the kind of the best quality resolution for recording, and I do find that QuickTime's better for that. So let's dive right in. Okay, this is a Sony file. This is kind of like an old image. So this is your pack. So let's have a look. So that's a little bit cooler. That's nice and minimal too. So that you could kind of go in at that. That is one way you could do it, or you could go in 6. I love minimal 6 because the greens are a bit more popping. Yeah, perfect. To about there. If it's looking a little bit on the blue side, you can go into your blue slider and just kind of drag that back. Do you see how it was about there? You can kind of see the blue tint. So that's the thing. You can go in and tweak them. So remember, presets are never a one-click edit. I always say to people, like, it's really lucky when they are, but realistically with photography, that's just not really possible. I'm going to make a copy of that because I just know this image is going to look so beautiful in black and white. And that is my black and white preset. With that, that is the same one that I used, but I've tweaked it. So again, really classic. And if you want a more kind of punchy contrast, you can just dial back that contrast to just increase it so it's a bit punchier. And there you have it. So that's those two done. Oh, this is my favorite first dance image I've ever taken in my life. I mean, look at the joy. Okay, so for this, when I delivered this, I knew this was a black and white image. So black and white, and I'm going to bring up the shadows just so I can see a bit more of the guest reaction. And I would probably go in and crop that. And that is shot like that. Like that. Oh, look at her dad, look at her mom. Oh, not that. So that is, again, you can work on that contrast. And I think there you go. Another image in raw, so you can go through the set about what works. So minimal 1 is a little bit cooler for scenarios that do need dialing back if it's like a room with loads of tungsten lighting. Minimal 2 is on the warmer side. 3, oh, 3 on this. 5, 6, I'm thinking 3 is perfect for this. And just work on that, like that. Perfect, love that. And you know, if you are really going to go in, you can just like fix the flyaway hairs and use your tools for that. I'm going to duplicate that and pop that in black and white as well because perfect. And this image here, this is shot in Sony in Santorini. And let's go through the pack. Oh, so lovely. Yeah, minimal 3 for this one because it was golden hour. And again, duplicate that and black and white. So pretty. So do you see how, so this is raw, so do you see how the colors aren't like crazy wild off what the raw is compared to RC presets? I think minimal 1's perfect for that. You can go through, and this is the thing with Lightroom, it's just like hover over those presets just hover over them, what you think. And I think in this scenario, one works perfectly, and just kind of neaten that up. And if you are really gonna like, okay, realistically, what I would do is I would also AI out this. Let's do it. Let's actually show you what I do when I'm editing, because this is a really ugly wire. Da, 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 da. This is the best thing to ever happen to Lightroom, is the AI tool. Like, honestly, like, oh, so good. Boom. So much better. Love that. And I think this image definitely lends itself, and don't forget you can copy and paste your edits. Just lends itself to black and white because of those tones. And this one here, so this was shot in Morocco, some really lovely colors. So this is the raw. I'm gonna go through the pack. Oh, that's nice. This is nice. I think 6 is going to be the one for this. 6 is one of my favorites. It's quite a neutral one. Like so. And if you are really going to be picky about, I would edit these up because they're just like a bit dirty and I can't unsee those things. So I would go in and neaten them up. Like so. I think that's super cute. Golden hour. Yes, these presets do work in golden hour. So the whole pack is designed for any sort of wedding lighting scenario. So you've got a mixture. So you've got 8, which is a lot punchy, a lot of warmer. This one's cooler. 6. I'm thinking 8 might be good for this actually. Because golden hours should be golden. And if you're thinking, whoa, that's a bit too golden for me, they just dial about that temperature. And that's what it would look like with that preset. Or you could go in if you want a bit more minimal and go in for 6. And you can dial it up that way. It's just personal preference. So that one's a bit more contrasty. And then you've got this one, which is less contrasty. And that's the beauty of this pack. So this is Aaliyah in the Sahara Desert. Oh, what a babe. So this is it raw, which this is the thing. I often look at some raw files and I'm like, wow, I could deliver that. So go in with the pack and just hover over what kind of preset you think is going to work in the scenario. And I'm thinking minimal 2, which is a warmer one. 3 is cooler. You can tell by the blue immediately. So 6. Yeah, I think, did I say 2? Yeah, I'm thinking 2. Perfect. And again, duplicate that and make that a black and white because that is awesome. Love that. Bring the contrast up because I really want that white to pop. Bam. Again, so this is the raw file. So you can see loads of colors. Let's have a look at 2. I'm thinking 2 or 8. 8 obviously is a lot more exposed. And I still want to see that blue sky because the sky was blue that day. You can bring that vibrancy up. So remember, just go in and tweak and just use the basic panel. Like, don't overcomplicate. Like, I've done all the tone curves for you. You can go into the color mixer and go into all of that, but just don't make your life difficult. Like so. Again, just this black and white is just so good. This is now exclusively the only black and white I use now. Fuzzy felt used to be like my flavor of the month for several years. But now this black and white I just think is a lot more classic. So this is another wedding image. So just going through the presets, which one you think is going to be perfect for the scenario. Oh, that's nice. And again, this preset is perfect for all skin tones, which is so important because you don't want to get it too yellow, too dark. You want it to be true to tone. So duplicate that because that is going to be beautiful in black and white. When it comes to delivering black and white, for me, I do make sure some images I know are meant to be in color. Like, I specifically shot them because I'm like, this would be amazing in black and white. But I always deliver, if this is a wedding, I always deliver the color original because the amount of times in the past I have shot a wedding and I deliver the image in black and white and they're like, do you have the color version of it? So now I just keep it easy and just make sure I give them both. Okay, so this is Yvonne and Yin, and as you can see before, that was the original. So it was dark. It was just, this is the sun is set here. I should have used flash. I don't know why I didn't use flash. I think I was, well, it was a combination of things. I was really seasick. They were seasick, and it was like, this is one of the last frames of the shoot, and it was my favorite. So that's it as when it's raw. And I've gone over and used minimal 6, and oh, it's so lovely. So again, like with the presets, I'm just trying to keep the tones really true to life, but also a little flavor of fine art, but not completely fine art. And you could AI out this band because that just looks a bit messy. So little things like this now, which years ago I probably would have left that, but nowadays I'm like, oh yeah, I can just remove that with AI, and it just makes things look a little bit neater, cleaner, draws the eye in, and is not a complete eyesore. So there you go. And if you look at the skin tones, just, oh, that's a bit noisy because again it was very late at night. So let's denoise that. Actually, you know what? Denoising takes ages. So, but what I would do is I would denoise that. And this is Yvonne on her wedding day. Just gonna set the profile corrector. So make sure your profile correctors are set. So this was shot Sony. This was back in my Sony days. This is right before she gets married. So this is the raw. And just go through your pack. When I delivered this image, I did deliver it with this sort of edit, a little bit cooler, because this room was a colder color. I think I recently re-edited this, and I edited it like this, which is a little bit warmer. But I think I'm loving minimal 1 for this one. I think it just goes with the colors of the room. And remember, I can just warm that up with the temperature to about there. And I'm actually, yeah, and if it's a little too pink, you can just dial about that green, bring that white up. Yay, happy with that. And that image definitely is meant to be also in black and white, like so. Another image, as you can see, just before sunset or after, you can kind of see just peeking through the clouds. So let's just crop that in. This just shot on Sony. So let's go through the pack. 1, cooler, 2, warmer, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6, but I'm going to make it a little bit warmer to about there. I'm like, this is kind of tripping me out because I'm like, they're shot on steps, but I'm clearly not straight and they're not straight. So I'm just trying to get the level of this. I think about it. Don't judge me for my wonky photos, please. So remember, with kind of contrast, it's a personal preference. So for me, I would probably just make it a bit more contrasty because I think just with the tones, bring that vibrancy up of the kind of the trees because it is kind of framed around that, and just bring that temperature up like so. And I would again make this in black and white, just a simple shortcut, command and then comma to duplicate, create a virtual copy. Little stuff like that will just save you a lot of work. So this is the raw, so go through the pack. So 1, 2 cold, 2 is nice, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking 6. Oh, actually, 9's kind of nice. Let's go 6. I want to see a bit more of this detail behind, so I'm just going to bring that up, and that temperature. But again, if that blue in that jacket is coming out, just dial it back. There you go, like so. If you haven't got any of that blue, and then duplicate that in, of course, because that's beautiful in black and white. And you could just crop it even more, like so. So yeah, this is what I use in my workflow now, and it's just I just like love I want to see colors again. So naturally I'd go in and fix all this hair, but this is before, this is after. So that's black and white, and then color, like so. And then this is the raw. I'm just going through the pack. Oh, I'm thinking 9 is nice. maybe, so it's 2. You know what, I'm gonna go 2, minimal 2, and just hike up that temperature. And naturally, I would just kind of fix up any of this. So for me, my eyes immediately drawn to this little bit of gum. Maybe the cracks, like you could edit that, but it depends. Like, and also, actually, I quite like the hair flowing in it. I would probably just get rid of this little hair, but naturally, I would edit that afterwards. But for preset sakes, I'm just showing you again. If there's a little bit of hint of blue, just dial it back, or you can just use kind of masks. And again, duplicate that for a gorgeous black and white, contrast it, and then bring that exposure. And that was shot for an editorial campaign. So that was for House of Safan, the collection last year. So this was an editorial. And these images are perfect. So again, with this whole kind of bunch of raws I'm showing you, I have a mixture of editorials and real weddings, just so you can see the versatility, what the presets are capable of. I think 6 is going to be perfect for this because it is blue. Perfect. Bam. Love that. Wouldn't change that. I'm going to copy and paste that because that's great. Oh, love this image. And again, 6 is just perfect for that. And naturally, the original image, I did actually AI out these poles and these people. I kept the street light, but my image that if you saw my Instagram recently, the one that was actually delivered, was in fact without those. So again, that would be gorgeous in black and white and just a bit of contrast, yeah, if you wanted it. Perfect. Have a little look. 1. How's 1 looking? Let's have a little look. Yeah, 1 looks beautiful. 6 is a bit warmer. I'm thinking 1 because it's a little bit chillier. Like so. And then again, I would literally just go in and retouch the skin. Just really basic stuff you can do in Lightroom. If you know, and take out this hair, for example, I'd take all of that out. But what we're looking at is the base presets for these, like perfect stuff. Again, black and white, perfect. These are editorial images with these presets, which are perfect because that's what I have learned when you shoot editorials. Like, if you do go too wild when you're shooting editorials, especially if it's for a brand, they're like, well, my dress wasn't that color, that I can't see the florals. And that's probably the mistake I made with some of my old edits on reflection. When I look back at some of my old work, I'm like, wow, that wasn't the actual color of that dress. That wasn't the color of the suit. But with these presets, they are kind of, here we go, just get rid of that bra, and they are true to life as possible. But so that's before, that's after, like so, and just exposure, and it's just neaten her up, straighten her up. So again, the final image, if you've seen online, I have just kind of neatened this all up. Again, this is an editorial. So 6, that's a 1-click edit. Look at that, boom, perfect. So again, look at her skin tones, look at those greens, and actually go in and edit all of this like so. And because that previous scenario, I'm going to say 6 again. Super pretty. But remember, like, don't forget, you can go in and use masks. And for instance, if this dress, if you wanted to go in and kind of get the detail out of that sort of thing, you can do that. But I'm really happy with that. I think that's really pretty. This image, I believe I delivered it in the campaign for color, but I think I shared online in black and white, and love that. That is just perfect. Look at that. Love. Duplicate that. Black and white. Boom. I'd actually leave that. And that is a 1-click edit. And actually, you can just remove these bits of gum here. And the lovely Alexis. And this image I just love. It's just so natural. This is a real wedding in London. This is her coming out of the taxi. And I know in black and white it was just super pretty because she was looking at her lovely shoes. And again, her hair's is lovely, kind of coppery brown. And this is right after the ceremony. So it's just perfect for everyday real scenarios, because like, it's all well and good me showing you loads of editorials, but you really want to see how it's going to work in your everyday wedding photography scenarios, like so. And the black and white for this is just perfect. Another wedding, real wedding. Let's go in. 9. I think 9's perfect for this. And I would go in and remove this security camera. Like, let's do it. Because to be fair, the AI these days is actually a lot faster. So I would remove that. And this is Old Marylebone Town Hall. It's one of my favourite places to shoot weddings. It's just rain or shine. If you're getting married in London, it's one of the best ones in terms of backdrops of photos. This is before, this is after. And again, I'd definitely pop that in black and white as well, like so. Oh, love this. Let's have a little look at colour. Let's have a little look. Oh, that's nice. Thinking minimal 3 for that one. And again, black and white. I delivered that online on black and white. So another preset in the pack is indoor direct flash, because when you are using flash, the temperature changes. So there's also a preset for flash. So I click that one and just turn that exposure down like so. So that is also a breezy bonus for the pack, is the indoor flash preset. And that is what I'm using for kind of weddings, little shoots. Again, let's get these greens. And I think greens is a really massive indication of how well a preset works. And I'll be honest, there's so many variations of the preset because of greens, because green is just such a hard color to make your piece with as a photographer. Like, my green has changed so much over the course of 8 years, because I just couldn't really work out what I liked. And now I'm like, okay, let's just keep it simple. Here we go. So that's still, if you can still see like the dreaminess of the original preset is still there. It's just not so orange. And again, I'd go in and just like neaten that up really, because I can only just see those slabs, which are just kind of annoying me. So like so. And again, love a black and white. Love a black and white moment. Like so. I think minimal 9 previously worked really well. 9, 5, or 6, maybe 6. Let's try 6. Lovely. Oh, I feel like my editing has definitely sped up now. My colors are a lot more true to life in comparison to before, when they were just so dramatic and, I dare say, a bit orange. But that's okay. That's okay. So here we go. Love that. I'm just going to tilt that up. And again, this image I did deliver online in black and white. So that black and white. So this is a really good scenario of when this is what the room actually looks like, just a bit yellow, lighting wise. So again, let's go through. Minimal 1 is obviously on the cooler side, like so. So you can go into that. And then again, black and white, like so. Oh, Paola, such a babe. A little look. 9, 8, 7, 6. Maybe 6 is kind of good. And just dialing that back a bit. Look at the temperature. Perfect. Love that. 6. Perfect. Hello, Joel. That was at my workshop. Shout out to my workshops. Make sure you join the mailing list for next year's workshops. Dial that back a bit there. Bridesmaid moment. So yeah, I run several photography content days throughout the year, and abroad and the UK. I'm thinking 6. Thinking 6 is going to be the one. Yeah, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Black and white, baby. So yes, this is on one of my content days. This workshop you see here. Let's have a little look. I'm thinking 6. So these 2 greens are different, still within the same kind of Lightroom. But if you're like, oh, that's a bit too green for me, you can go into minimal 1 when it's a bit more dark green. Again, it's just what your personal taste is. Oh, lovely Maria. So this is raw. This is shot on Canon. I'm a Canon girly again. And again, black and white was what I did deliver in the end. And that was a one-click edit. So satisfying. 9, 8. Let's have a little look. I think 6 is kind of vibes. And just bring up that temperature. Ooh, it's looking a little bit green. There we go. And again, that image was definitely delivered in black and white because of the window light. So this is a really good example of dodgy indoor lighting. This is the beautiful Charlotte. What a sweetheart. And this is always a really good indication because we've got your tungsten lighting, and if you're a wedding photographer, you're going to have to get this type of lighting. It's typically in bridal prep. It's typically in large hotel buildings. And it's always just a nightmare to edit. So as you can see, naturally, when you apply a preset to this type of lighting, people often go, oh, they don't work. So when you apply presets like this and it goes orange, a really good indication of that means the temperature is too high. So what you need to do is you need to dial it back. And again, just go into your temperature and just dial it back to about there. So that was before, that's after. And that is what those hallways looked like, because that was shot in Florida and the hotel was like that. And again, I'd go in and edit and take out this, and take out this, like so. And that is how you work the presets in that type of light scenario. Again, indoor direct flash, so I'd apply that one. And again, if it's a little bit too yellow, just dial back and just brighten it up. Perfect. So that was it before, that's after. And again, play that flash. If it's too warm on them, you can just go a little brighter. Love that. Again, indoor window light. Let's have a little look. Minimal 9, which I love the warmth of that one. 8, too warm, too cold. In between. Ooh. 4's kind of cool. 4's kind of vibey, because that's kind of what it really was on the day. Like that. Duplicate that, and perfect black and white. Perfect. So this is a mixture of indoor and outdoor light. And let's have a look. I'll probably give 6 for this one. And again, 2, maybe 1. Yeah. Just dial it back. Perfect. And then black and white. And then what we've got here, again, this is the most tricky place to photograph if you've done Fitzrovia. Shout out to Fitzrovia, one of my favorite London venues. And that is just like a dungeon of light with candles. So really tricky to edit. Boom, like so. Flash. So flash setting. And then just bring that up. Dial that back. And again, black and white. So really kind of speedy things up now. Now you've got the hang of it. I'm just going to zoom through now and just show you using the edit. So yeah, it's really that simple. I'm not overcomplicating. I think the only things that really complicate things are when you start like removing stuff. That's the stuff that takes time. So I'm not just gonna fire through just instinctively because I'm like, okay, I know that would be good for that preset, that would be good for that one. And again, this will just look banging in black and white. And just tweak them.
So there you have it. That is how to use the modern minimals. I could edit and go on for days and days and days, but this is so you just kind of get the idea of how they work, how you can tweak them, how you can use them in your workflow. I would love to see your edits, so please to make sure you tag us on Instagram. We'd love to share your images and see how you're using them in your workflow. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very, very soon in the near future at one of my workshops. For more information, please visit my website, join the mailing list for more information about my latest products, guides, classes, presets, and products. Take care. Bye.